Are you guys studying? Are you guys revising the notes? Yes. Uh, yes, yes. So are you guys revising notes now? Okay, so everything is fine, right? Great. So for previous class, I have given some compounds, right? Sorry. I have given some compounds, and these are some good compounds, and most of them will keep coming again and again, right? So have you solved it? Have you solved for all these? Have you solved for all this? Please better respond, and if you haven't, then tell me. I will solve each one of them. Yeah, tried them, sir. Okay, great, great. Let me solve them, each one of them, and then we will understand other things as well. So in this case, if you see, it will be like for Fe, it is 8 by 3, right? It is 8 by 3. For this thing also, you will find this is 8 by 3. This case, if you see, then it will be 16 by 3, right? This 16 by 3. And in this case, if you see, this is nothing but if you solve it, it will become 200 by 93. Okay, so I am just writing. You tell me later that if you have any issue. This is plus 4, and in this case it is plus 8. Here if you see, plus 2. Okay, in this case it is 2.5, right? In this case, if you see, I have already written, both of them are same, 8th and 9th. Yes, you guys can talk to me. You guys can unmute, and you can talk to me. Yeah, I will explain all of them. Just let me write the answers. Just let me write the answers. This will also be 2.5. In this case, if you see, plus 2 minus 2, and it will come 0. So Niharika is asking, please explain again, right? So in this case, which one of them out of 10? Do you want me to explain all or any one of them? Any specific? You guys can open your even video. You can interact with me, because the strength is not that much. Sir, up to 5th is okay. 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 So this is very simple. I'll take any example. Yeah, I'll explain all of them. Actually, all of them, all these examples are too good, except this one, that one, except 5th one. It is trivial one, and 6th we have already studied. 6th we have already studied. Okay. So for the first, if you see, so I am just telling you, I am giving that if you find, if oxidation number comes as fractional, right? We have studied in the first lecture. We have studied in the first lecture of redox reaction that oxidation number is nothing but it is loss or gain of electron when element is going from free state to combined state. So understand, you cannot gain fractional number of electron, or you cannot lose fractional number of electron. Both the cases are not possible. So if oxidation number is coming as fractional, then it is for sure that is, it is nothing but it is average of two number or three numbers. So it is nothing but average oxidation number. What does it mean? That there might be more than one atoms of the same element which are carrying different oxidation numbers. So I will explain it later. Just understand it. If oxidation number comes fractional, it simply means that there are two different kind of atoms for the same element which are having different oxidation number, right? So first two, three, four, these four cases are of fractional. So we can clearly see. So listen again. If oxidation number comes fractional, it means this is answer of average. Okay. Oxidation number of single atom can never be fractional because it is gain of electron and or lose of electron. So you cannot gain or lose electron in fraction, right? In physics, even in chemistry, you will learn that if you gain electron, it will be in the multiplication of integer, right? So it can be plus 1 2 3 4, minus 1 2 3 4. It can never be fractional. So if answer comes fractional, it means it is average oxidation number, right? So wherever we are getting fractional, okay. But in this case, this is also a case of this. We can easily see this is also case of fractional. In this case, sulfur will be presented more than one oxidation number, right? More than one oxidation number for same atom. More than one oxidation number for same element. But there might be case like this. In this case also, oxidation number can be there can be two atoms of the same element which are having same oxidation number, different oxidation number. So we will learn this. This is we have already done. Barium, this is nothing but genic acid, right? It is genic acid, but we have removed hydrogen and we have put barium. So it is nothing but barium pergenate. Barium pergenate. Its name is barium pergenate. This is known as hypo, or I will write its name, sodium thiosulfate. So I will tell you few basic things. Very important, hypo. This is very important compound, right? So you want me to explain any one of after fifth? So in this case, if you want to solve, this is very trivial one. Sixth one, let me solve it for sixth one. Barium, it read xenon O6. So we have already have knowledge that barium belongs to alkaline earth metal. Barium belongs to alkaline earth metal, so it will be having +2 oxidation number. So that will be definitely its oxidation number is +2. So 2 into +2. Xenon, it will have, we are trying to find out it, so we can take x. For oxygen, it is fixed -2 and it is 0. So if you solve it, it will become +8. Right, this is 6. If you want me to solve for 7th, right now we will do it again. Na2H2O3. We know that sodium belongs to alkali metals. So all the alkali metals will be having +1. So it is having +1 beta. Now sulfur we are trying to find out. So there are two sulfurs. Right? And 3 oxygens. So you will find out, and this must be equal to 0. So x will become nothing but +2, right? Yeah, tell me if you want me to explain any other example, any specific one, beta. And note all of them. I have written all the answers. Please note down. So you guys are getting notes, right? Notes are provided to you guys. I'm seeing that Mansa used to attend the class, but she is not present from 1 or 2 classes. Janvi, Sudha, Tharun, Barsant, Vinay, Srilatha. Yeah, good to see you all. It's nice. So explain 10th one. Yeah, that is very nice example actually. 10th one. 10th one is a good one. So right now what we have done, we have just taken calcium. So for calcium, it should be +2. Calcium belongs to alkaline earth metal. So it should be +2. For calcium, it is fixed. Without any doubt, it will be +2. Vinay, beta, don't do this. Right. Then for oxygen we take -2. And there are 2 chlorine. Right. So if you solve it, then x will become 0. But we will do it. We will do with all of them with the structure. Right. We require structure, and to write the structures we require some knowledge of chemical bonding. But as we have not discussed chemical bonding, we will find out some way so that we can figure out the oxidation numbers of, or average oxidation number, or the oxidation number of different atoms. I have already told you in this case. These are very good examples, beta. So okay, I'll start with the first one. So I'll write the topic and we will solve it one by one. All of them are very good examples. So our next topic is average oxidation number. It is nothing but average oxidation number. For example, Fe3O4, Fe3O4, Pb3O4. With the time you will understand that these are nothing but these are mixed oxides. Mixed oxides. Mixed oxide means Fe3O4 is formed by adding 1 mole of Fe2O and 1 mole of Fe2O3. If you see oxidation number of Fe, here it is +2 and here it is +3. Right. On the similar lines, Pb3O4, it is nothing but PbO and PbO2. So with the time you will understand how did I figure out that it is mixed up. Right. With the time you will figure out this is +2 and this is +4. Right. So here 2 atoms of Fe are present. One atom is in +2 and other atom is in +3. In case of Pb, there are few elements Pb, bismuth, which shows oxidation number with the difference of 2. Right. Sorry. Or if you see there is a regular pattern in p block elements that generally they will show oxidation number with the difference of 2. Right. I'll write a note, very simple note. In p block we will again, for p block elements, show variable. Yes, beta, tell me. Variable oxidation number with the difference of. Beta, if you want to ask something related to topic, then please do. Otherwise, mute yourself. So I'm just giving you hint that if the compounds of or the element belongs to p block, then you will see a pattern that it will be showing oxidation number with the difference of +2. You can see +1, +4. This is d block element. Fe is d block element. so it can show. But for the P block, you will see that they will show with the +2 difference. I'm not going into detail of these kind of compound for now, but we will understand them later. There was another example, Fe 0.93O. You will see very few examples like this. We will study them in solid state. So these are thus nothing but non-stoichiometric compounds. These are nothing but non-stoichiometric. In this case, you are saying that ratio is not very simple ratio. Ratio is not simple. Okay, you are seeing that it is 0.93 into 1. So these kind of compounds are known as stoichiometric. So in this case, what happens? For example, Fe, this is one good example for you. You can remember this. We need to have knowledge that Fe can be present in two things. Generally, it have either +2 or +3 charge. So what can you do? Oxygen carries -2. So let's assume Fe +2 is present X. So Fe +3 will become, the total is 0.93. So 0.93 minus X. Please understand, it is very important. However, we will repeat it. Sir, I am lagging. Can I rejoin? Yeah, beta. Okay, I'm waiting. Just rejoin. Aviram, please rejoin, beta. Yes, just focus here. The total number of atom for Fe is 0.93. It is given that it is 0.93. Okay, so we can assume that +2 is X and +3 is 0.93 minus X. That is summation should be 0.93. So by charge method, charge should be same. For any compound, we have studied, our first or second rule was that for any compound, summation of oxidation number of individual atom must be equal to 0. So if X atoms are for +2, so X into +2, this is charge, that is our oxidation number also. Then 0.93 minus X into +3, oxygen generally have -2 charge. The summation should be 0. Sorry. Okay, fine beta. So you can solve it. It is 2X. It is 0.93 into 3 minus 3X minus 2 is equal to 0. So if you solve it, then 2X minus 3X becomes minus X. Or you can solve it -2, other side it will become plus, and minus 0.93 into 3. So you can solve it. X will become 0.93 into 3 minus 2. I am just adjusting the signs, right? You guys are able to solve the calculation, right? So it is nothing but 9 and 27. 2.79 minus 2, that is 0.79. This is X. This is X. X means Fe +2 is 0.79. So its value is nothing but 0.79. And what is the value of this? 0.14. That is. If they are asking you the percentage, how will you calculate the percentage? Okay, they might ask you, but in NEET they did not. I think it is very rare that they will ask you percentage, but I'm writing over here. If they're asking you the percentage of Fe +2 for this question, what will you do? You know that Fe +2 is 0.79 and total is nothing but 0.93 into 100. This is how you will solve it. Did you get it, beta? Did you get it? Did you get it, beta? Yes, sir. Anyone else? This is very important question, beta. You need to revise it again and again. Okay, you will get such kind of question in other topics as well. We will study non-stoichiometric compounds in solid state. We will study them in under solid state. Non-stoichiometric compound, we will study them in solid state. So you can follow charge method, right? What I will repeat it again. As it is in fractional, we have understood that there will be two kind of atoms with different oxidation number. So Fe exists in +2 and +3, right? If it is the case of PV or some else, then in that case you might be knowing the different oxidation number in which atom can exist. So you require some knowledge. For now it is okay if you do not know. With the time you will understand and you will get the knowledge. So I have assumed that Fe +2 might be there are X atoms. For Fe +3 there will be 0.93 minus X. So charge should be 0. Total charge should be 0. So X atom of +2. That is why I have multiplied by +2. This is again this much number of atom of +3. So I have added the. Okay. So just see, if you have not understood it, then tell me. Just a second, I am resharing my screen. Yes, just see the method. Okay. Tell me, did you get it? These are very good questions, beta. These are of good questions. Average oxidation number comes into the picture when two atoms of same element, two or more atoms of same element occur in more than one oxidation number. One oxidation number in same compound. That's it. Is that okay? Shall I move ahead? So some good examples I am taking, right? So you need to revise that, because they are not going to ask you the simple question, what is the oxidation number of oxygen in H2O? So they are going to ask you such questions. So so if you have understood it, then shall we take next example? There is another question, that is Br3O8, right? I will take that. Br3O8. For that also you require some knowledge, beta. For now I can tell you, if you solve, I am giving you one very good rule, beta. Br3O8. If you solve, an oxidation number comes less than maximum oxidation number. This is very good rule. Okay. Then there will be, okay. In chemical bonding, we do call, if all the atoms are attached with the other atom, then that atom is known as central atom. Okay. So in this case, generally the atoms which are lower in number, that is known as central atom, right? So in this case, bromine is our central atom, right? So there will be bonds present between central atom, between central atom, atom which is less in number, which is less in number. Generally that behaves as central atom. Again, central atom can never be hydrogen and fluorine. I am just telling you, I am giving you some idea about chemical bonding. Okay, so H and F, as we have already known that fluorine can have -1, so it can bond with only one atom. Similarly, hydrogen can also. So hydrogen and fluorine will not be considered as central atom. So in this case, Br3O8, if you see, you are getting plus 16/3. But bromine can, maximum oxidation number of bromine can be, okay, halogen. For any halogen, it can be +7. But in this case, it is 16/3. So it is clear that it is not having its maximum oxidation number. So there are 3 bromine, they will be attached like this. There will be bond between the central atom, that is bromine, right? Also, I have told you that generally structures are symmetrical. So there are 8 oxygens. So what we will do, we can distribute like this. 3 on the terminal atoms, the terminal bromine atom, and 2 on the central, right? So this looks very symmetrical. You can take other type of, but this is the example for now. This is the structure. So if you want to calculate, I have told you previously in previous class, for covalent bond, I am just repeating it. For covalent bond, let's take A and B. It can form, let's say, single bond or double bond or triple bond. Let's say A is more electronegative. A is more electronegative. More electronegative. I have given you already formula to memorize electronegative elements. That is FON kal bura aaya. FON kal bura aaya, right? FON. So let's say A is more electronegative. I am taking some hypothetical elements. So what you will do when you are breaking this bond, if you single bond, then it will have -1, it will have +1. If there are 2, then it will have +2, -2, and this will have +2. In case of 3, it will have -3 and it will have +3. That is the case. That is the simple case, right? That is, I have already told you, phone kal bura aaya. So you can see for our example, you can see oxygen is more electronegative than bromine, right? So when you are breaking the bonds, so you can clearly see for this 6 bonds are broken. So this bromine will be having +6. Now listen carefully again. If bond between same types of atom is present, then there might be 2 cases. Same hybridization, or different hybridization. In case of same hybridization, if you break bond, then this will get 0 and this will get 0. Right now you do not know what is hybridization. Okay, it is the concept of chemical bonding, but just listen. If the hybridization is same, right? Sorry, if the hybridization is same, so it will carry, if you divide, at both the atom will be having same electronegativity. That is why if you break the bond, both will get equal share. So neither of them will have any charge. But hybridization is different. Then there is a term, percentage S character. Percentage S character depends. So if someone is having percentage S character, let's say these are two example A and A, and this is having percentage S character more. So if it is having S character more, then it will carry -1 and it will have +1. For now, you just see what is this. In coming classes of the chemical bonding, we will understand what is hybridization and how do we calculate it, how do we figure out, how do we estimate it. For now, just I am telling you that in this case hybridization is same, so I'm just writing it hybridization of, because I understand you guys are not capable of solving the hybridization. So hybridization of bromine, all bromine in this compound is same, in this compound is same. So if you break this bond, neither this will get -1 nor this, both will have 0 0. So if you add 6 plus 0, so it will become 6, right? So on, if for this with the oxygen it comes +4, with the bromine 0 0, so oxidation number of this bromine is +4. For this it is again +6, it is again +6. So if you see, there are two bromine atoms, carrying +6, one bromine atom which is having +4, and you know how to calculate average. How do we calculate average, beta? It's a simple method. How do we calculate average? To calculate average, just add. How do we calculate average? 6 into 2 plus 4 into 1, total atom is 3. So if you see, that is 16/3. So you see, this is very beautiful example in which bromine are present in different oxidation numbers. So for such kind of questions, you require to have a knowledge to draw the structure, right? Tell me if that is okay, then we can move ahead. I'm waiting for your response. I will take some other examples as well. You after the class you will revise. This is hybridization beta. This is written as hybridization. So I will write it completely. I will not write it in short because you guys will get confused. Hybridization. Did you get it, beta? Shall I take other examples? Shall I take other examples? So we have, please beta respond quickly. Who is this? Who is this? Quickly. Yes, Vinay. Good. Satish beta, don't do this. Don't do this. Otherwise, I have to again stop sharing and then again. Right. Right. So this is some. I have taken one good example. Now it's a case of Na2H2O3. I am dealing this separately. I am taking time. I am trying to explain all of them separately. So there is one concept. If you replace oxygen with sulfur, the name of compound. I am giving you some very nice and good things very earlier in your early stage. If you replace oxygen with sulfur, the name of compound written with thio right? For example, this compound is known as alcohol. So if we replace with sulfur, it is known as thioalcohol, right? Thioalcohol. Similarly, if you see, this is known as sodium sulfate. This is known as sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate. I have already told you that SO4 is sulfate ion. So if you replace one oxygen with sulfate, yes, sulfur, Na2 H2O3. Sulfate, we have already know that it is having structure like this. Please mute yourself. This is the structure of sulfate. This is the structure of sulfate. There are two oxygen with double bond, one oxygen with single bond. Okay. So what I have done, I have replaced one oxygen with sulfur, right? So one oxygen, 4 say becomes 3 and S becomes 2, right? So the structures become like this. The rest all remains same. So in this case, if you see, there is only one sulfur. In this case, what will be the oxidation number? You can calculate it directly or by the structure. That if you break these bonds, there are 6 bonds with the electronegative atom, with more electronegative atom. So if you break 6 bonds, the less electronegative atom will carry plus. So it will have +6. Here it will have +6. Very simple. But in this case, these two sulfurs are of different hybridization. These are of different hybridization. Right now, I am telling you this is having percentage S character high. More percentage S character, the above one. So question remains same. If you break for the blue one, I have marked with the blue one, there are 6 bonds with the high electronegative atoms. So this blue one will have +6. And for the above one, if you break the bond, it is more electronegative. So that will have -2. It will have -2. So there are 2 sulfur atoms. There are 2 sulfur atoms. One with +6 oxidation number. Other is having -2 oxidation number. Better just look at the example. If you haven't understood it, please tell me. I will repeat it. And that is why it is known as above one. What we have done, we have replaced, we have substituted one oxygen with sulfur. So its name become, any one of you who can guess the name of this, please, I will be happy to know from your side. What will be the name of this compound, Na2H2O3? Please quickly. I'm waiting for your response. What will be its name? Na2H2O3. I have replaced one oxygen with sulfur. Tell me, please. Come on, tell me. So its name will be nothing. I have already told you that you have to place thio. So its name will be sodium thiosulfate. Sodium thiosulfate. Right. So you have just replaced. So it is, yeah, someone has responded, Niharika. Yeah, beta. Great. That is correct. Yes. So you can see, they might ask you, as you are in need, they do not change much, but in JEE they might ask you the difference between the 2 sulfur atom, oxidation number of the difference between two sulfur atoms. Difference is +6 - 2, that is 4. Average, if you take average, I hope you know how to take average. Average is just average, you know how to calculate, right? Average, if you see, we have already calculated the average will be +2, right? So this is one of the very important example. You must remember this. Hypo is very, this is also known as hypo. This is very nice example and you must know. Shall I move ahead? Please tell me, shall I move ahead? If you have, we need to discuss all of them. That is why beforehand I have given all of them. We need to discuss. We have already discussed this thing, this, and right, and this is also had discussed. Now these two are same. 8th and 9th are same. Then there is 10th. We have done with some special cases, right? Sorry. Tell me. You guys have lost your energy, beta. Come on, gain it. Gain it. Restore it. Yeah, I will repeat it, beta. For now, we do not know. I have already told you that there are two different atoms, right? This if you have understood, then that is easy to understand. In this case, whenever there is more electronegative atom, if you break the bond, see this. If you break single bond, then more electronegative atom will get -1, other will get +1. If you break two bond, then more electronegative will get -2, less electronegative will get +2. In case of three bonds, if you break, then more electronegative will get -3. So in this case, if you see, there are two atoms. Sulfur is attached with oxygen, and we know that oxygen is more electronegative than. The next element in this series is sulfur. Next element in this series is sulfur. So see, sulfur has electronegativity less than oxygen. So if you break this will have -2, this will have -1, this will have -1, this will have -1, -2, sorry. And all, if you add up for all the bonds, there are 6 bonds are broken, so it will get +6, right? So on the similar fashion, it will also have +6, because this sulfur for different hybridization, we do not know yet we do not know how to calculate percentage S character. We will deal with that in hybridization, in chemical bonding. But I am telling you that both of these sulfur are not in the same hybridization. They are having different hybridization. So I will write it. Both sulfur are not present in same hybridization with same hybridization. Right? So both of them are not present with same hybridization. Right? And I have already told you that this is having more percentage S character. With the time, we will come to know how to calculate percentage S character. Right? I will tell you in the chemical bonding chapter. But for now, we can just, you can believe me, you can have trust with me that yes, it is having more S character. So S character, the compound which is having more S character will be more electronegative. More electronegative. So if you break the bond, then more S character will have minus. So in this case, there are 2, so it will have -2. That is how I have calculated. Is it okay, beta Niharika? Is it okay? Both of two sulfur atoms are not identical, beta. Both of them are not identical. One is present in other hybridization state, other is present in other hybridization. different hybridization. Right, that's okay. Yeah. Let me take another example, that is Na2 Na2S4O6. What if I have taken something wrong? This yeah, that is okay. Yeah, both of them are right. Yes. So this is Na2S4O6. Generally you will see this equation, Na2S2O3 with any oxidizing agent. This is some reaction which you will see, and it gets you Na2S4O6. And you see the sulfur here, it is present in +2 and it is +2.5. So oxidation number increases. Oxidation number of sulfur is increasing. Oh, right. What if they ask you what is the simple? So in this case, if you see, this is 2.5. Maximum oxidation number of sulfur. Maximum oxidation number of sulfur can be. Please tell me quickly. Maximum oxidation number of sulfur can be. Please, I am waiting. It belongs to oxygen family. Sulfur belongs to oxygen family. Come on, tell me. Yeah, that is right. Sulfur can have +6. But in this case, you see, it is having 2.5. In this case, it is also +2. That is why I have told you, if oxidation number is less than maximum oxidation number, then there will be bond between the central atom. I've already told you. So you can see, if oxidation number is less, then they are having bond between the central atom. In this case also, as oxidation number is less than, S is having +2.5. So it is oxidation number is less than maximum oxidation number. So they are having bond in between them. Sulfur will be having bond between them. There are 6 oxygens. So it will be distributed like this. This is very symmetrical structure, beta. Right? If you put more sulfurs, if you put X number of sulfurs, so you have to add just sulfur, add it. They give you 6 sulfurs, so you just add in between. This is the structure of an Na2S4O6. Now, if you want to calculate, here all the sulfur atom carry same hybridization. All are having same hybridization. So for same atoms, if you break bond, if you want to distribute, then they will get 0, 0, 0. With respect to each other, they will have 0, 0. Right? I have told you, if same hybridization, then they both of them will be having 0, 0. Right? But with the oxygen, how many oxygen bonds are there? 5 bonds with the left extreme. So it will have +5. This will also have +5. And बीच वाले sulfur atom का 0, 0. So I'm writing 2 sulfur atoms are having +5 oxidation number, and other 2 are having, and this is a question of JEE 2010. This is the year in which I have appeared. Siddharth, don't do such thing, beta. Don't do this. This looks very childish. Beta. I know your drawing is very good. It's very beautiful. Thanks for removing it. I appreciate it. This is the question asked in the 2010, in which the same year I have appeared for the JEE. Right? So there are two sulfur atom in +5 and one is in 2 in 0, big 0, right? So this is, if you take the average, it will come 2.5. The two sulfur atoms in +5. See if you have understood it. I will move to next one, the very important case, calcium oxychloride. Please tell me if you have any issue. Respond. Guys, you all have become very passive. Janvi, Aviram, Preeti, Sudha, Tanusri. Tanusri, what happened to you? Tarun, Srilatha, Varsant, Vinay. Come on, guys, respond. Are you even listening to me? Yes. You can even open your mic, beta. Right? You can tell me directly, yes, I have got it. I have understood it. Okay, fine. Fine. I'm moving to the next example, that is calcium oxychloride. Calcium oxychloride. Very important example. So it is having in this case also, this is the structure, beta. This is very important example. Good example. You can ask to your friends, right? So now it is very simple. Can you tell me what is the oxidation number of calcium? Oxidation number of calcium. I am calculating for all oxidation number of oxygen so that you get the revision. Oxidation number of chlorines. Chlorine 1, chlorine 2. Chlorine 1, oxidation number of chlorine 2. Let's say this is 1 and this is 2. This is 1. Or I am writing A and B. A and B. This is A and this is B. Quickly respond. What will be the answer? Very nice question. For calcium, calcium belongs to alkaline earth metal. So we do not need to do any calculation. Calcium belongs to alkaline earth metal, so it will have +2. All alkaline earth metal have +2. Earth metal. That is for sure. For oxygen, if you break this bond, oxygen is metal and this is non-metal. Non-metals have more electronegativity than metals, right? I am writing this here. This is also trivial things but important. Non-metal, generally non-metal, electronegativity of non-metal always greater than electronegativity of metal, right? I'm writing it somewhere else. Electronegativity of non-metal always greater than electronegativity of metals, right? So if you break this bond, okay, you will see oxygen will carry -1. It is also electronegative than chlorine. Phone kal bura aaya, phone kal bura aaya. So again, so this oxygen will have -2. This is having -2. Now if you calculate this chlorine, it is non-metal, it is metal, so it will have -1. So one chlorine is having -1. And in this case, single bond. Okay, this will have -1, this will have +1. So that is also very simple, +1. Beta, this is very good. And so tell me, did you get it? Tell me, did you get it? Respond quickly. I've taken all the very nice examples. I've discussed almost all the examples. Janvi, yes, Mohammad Muntazim, Preeti, I'm waiting for a response. Yeah, okay. Tarun, Tanusri, what happened to you? You have put a DP, which is very scary. Sudha, Tanusri writing, sir. Okay. I understand that. Uh, but I will be sharing the notes. So please focus more on concepts. As I will be sharing notes, you can write. Good. There are some examples. I'll discuss another example. Right. I have in your notes I have provided you that cations, two cations are very important. NH4 ammonium ion, NH4 plus. This is NO plus. These are cations. This is known as ammonium, and this is known as nitrosonium. Till now we have not learned the coordinate bond, so I am not discussing it. But with I have left the concept of coordinate bond because it is concept of coordinate bond. I have not discussed it. This is, we will discuss it in chemical bonding. Just remind me, or whoever is teaching you, we will discuss in chemical bonding, so you can write it. But I'm just giving you fair idea that in chemical bonding coordinate bond is generally represented like this. This is known as donor atom and this is known as acceptor. That's it. Acceptor atom. And coordinate bond is nothing but a special case of covalent bond. Right. So how do we represent it? In this case, donor carries +1 and acceptor carries -1. If you find somewhere this such kind of representation, then you can do. For example, let's say this is the case. How will you represent it? It can be represented like this: H, N. The nitrogen will have plus and carbon will have -1. Is it okay, beta? I'm just giving you some good things. So this is the simple representation. If you are able to draw it. Yeah, Janvi. Yeah, great to see you. If you see, beta, you can write it like this. This arrow can be written like this: nitrogen having plus charge because it is donor atom, carbon having minus. Now you can break this. And I have already told you nitrogen is having higher electronegativity than carbon. So this will have -3 and this will have +3. So net result will become -3 and +1. The net result will be, it will have, so nitrogen will have, and from, so carbon will have, oxidation number of carbon will be +2. And for hydrogen, oxidation number of hydrogen, as it is attached with non-metal, so it will have +1. So this is having +1, again this is -1. So you add all of these, add all these. So oxidation number of carbon will become nothing but -3. A very nice example. Did you get it? Did you get it? Just break the bond and add all the charges. As we have broken 3 bonds, so it is having -3 here, 1, so -1. So total 4 bonds we have broken, so -4, but it was having already +1, so total is -4 + 1, that is -3. You have to add all these. Is it okay, beta? Is it okay? So I will share all the notes. I will share all the notes. Please do revise all of them. Please do revise. Please do revise notes. Right? And solve your question paper, and whatever doubts are coming, please share with me. I will try to discuss all of them in the class, right? Yeah. So I will share right now the notes. So any doubt, please tell me. These are all very nice questions, very nice questions. So just go and try to revise all of them. Go through once. I will provide assignment. I will provide today assignment, right? Fine, beta. So I am finishing the class, right? We will meet on Wednesday. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.